Hello and welcome to this session called Teams in 5 minutes or less. Just before we start, this is just to kind of make clear what we'll be covering. So we will be covering the desktop version of Teams only. We won't be covering any other version of Teams, and we'll be using in most cases kind of pre-set up groups. Because this will be a very quick run through, do watch again and kind of pause as you want to. There will also be further kind of more in-depth videos and guides elsewhere, so this is really aimed at those who just want to get started with Teams. So kind of very quickly here then, so we have this is the Teams desktop version. This works for Mac and Windows, and there is a beta version for Linux. Along the top bar here we have the search box in the middle, so we can search for messages or files. We also have this little button that we'll come back to later. On the top right, we also have our picture that we've uploaded, and we can access different settings here that allow us to change different elements. Down the left-hand side are all of the different parts of Teams. So the default area is the Teams section. What we then have are the groups. So these are the teams that you'll be a member of, listed down here. Beneath each group are the channels that are created for that group. So a channel is essentially gives you a space in which you can chat and share messages. So a finance team would have, for example, invoices received, anything that they want to talk about invoices they might put in there. Wherever you see three dots within the Teams interface, that means there are more options. So in this case, clicking the three dots allows us to do kind of see these options here, and we can hide and show a group as we wish to. So we can manage groups that way. Then we have the main Teams interface. So here we have the main interface. We can just use this. We can just type hello. Other things we can do is if we press @ we can tag people. So I can tag my colleague here, Leah, and then along the bottom we have a number of buttons. But when I press this, I've then tagged her in a message, and she will receive a notification as well. So we'll look at how that looks in a minute. The idea behind Teams messages is that rather than just typing in this box all the time, ideally you actually reply to messages. So in this case, I should reply, hi. So that keeps everything nicely grouped up. What I can also do is I can react to a message. So I can have the like option all the way through kind of an angry face. So I can kind of love or like a message. And sometimes that works better than actually replying. So along the bottom here, we then have additional options. The first is formatting, allows you to add in different formatting options. You can also mark your message as important. The next one along allows us to upload files, or we can just drag and drop files in. So I'll do that now. The next three are essentially just ways of just adding flair to your messages, for want of a better word. So while that uploads, I will just show you this. So the three dots at the end also then shows us additional things that we can add into here. So now that message is uploaded. So any files that are actually uploaded into Teams get put into the files section here. So you see that same document is here. Along the top, we can then add additional elements and applications here. If we then go into this document, it will give us a preview. We can also then edit the document in Teams. And when we do that, anyone else who wants to come and use this document can do so at the same time. So you can what's called co-edit a document at the same time. You also see either a start conversation or this little button here, and that allows you to say something like that. So we can have a conversation ongoing on the right hand panel of Teams. To close the document, in this case we press close. Here we can also open this in the desktop version of Word if we wanted to. So that now takes us on to notifications. So here we have notifications. You'll see in different places things are bold. So this is when you are mentioned in a message, you'll receive this here with an @ symbol. If a message has been flagged as important, you'll see that here. There's also a channel notification as well that will pop up. To view all of your notifications, you can view the activity feed here. So that is pretty much everything for the chat. The next part here is private chats. This is where all of your one-to-one chats will appear, and you can start a new chat by clicking the little button here or right-clicking on the chat window, and then you just type in the name of the person you want to talk to. So I will say Leah here. Oh, I picked Lewis by mistake, doesn't really matter. Pick Leah here and we'll say hi. Again, We can add other people into the team here if we want, into this group here, so we can have a little private group going on. This is the calendar. This allows you to either make a meeting now or to schedule a meeting in. And for meetings, you can do screen sharing, video sharing, you can record meetings, all sorts of things. So if I just press meet now, before you join a meeting, you end up in this lobby space. Turn the camera off. And then you can control your settings. And if I press join now, this takes us into the meeting. All along the bottom, turn camera on and off, mute or unmute, share your screen, extra options here, and then finally meeting participants, conversation, and then hang up. So that is Teams in 5 minutes, pretty much, according to my iPad here. So again, have a look through this video. There are slower paced videos and a lot more kind of walkthrough that take you into more of the details of Teams. But this really is a whistle-stop tour. So if you're desperate to get started, then by all means, get in, watch this video again if necessary, and enjoy. Thank you.